Hello guys, welcome to episode 4, I think we believe. It might be 3 or 4.
4.
It's 4, technically it's number 5, considering we just did an hour and 15 minutes of a fantastic proper chat, and none of it can be used.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no,
unfortunately
it
it's all inaudible.
Shit.
It's all inaudible. Who knows, you might get it as a little spoof upload at some point if we can fix the audio.
If you like listening to juttery bullshit,
yeah,
then listen in for the unaired episode.
Basically, if you like listening to 3 people spit garbage with a window open while you're driving, then we have got the
Episode
track for
unheard.
you. we have got
It's due to your ears because Jesus Christ, it was a fantastic podcast. That's upset.
That's a shame, yeah, because we were really.
So basically, we're here with Billy.
Hi guys, how you all doing?
And obviously Abs and Elby as per. And so we did a really good one. We got quite deep. We talked about things that were, and hopefully we can replicate that. That was a longer one, and I think once you've given that much energy to something.
Oh yeah, it was an hour and 20 minutes, but we have changed our snacks and our drinks.
We have. So should we say what we originally had and what we have now?
Nah. Yeah, you reckon?
So
originally,
should we start where we were last time?
Go on, Billy, you start.
I started last time, didn't I? So I originally had a very nice cold tiger, and I had a cheeky bag of Skittles. I must admit, the tiger really hit the spot. That was very refreshing.
Nice beer. I'm pretty sure it's the sponsor
beer.
of Leicester City.
It's
Very
nice.
It definitely sponsors one of the big football teams, and it sponsors a lot of curry houses.
I was about to say that it's funny.
You're
one of those things. The label is familiar.
Yeah, you're keeping on the animal trend as well, aren't you?
I am. So
you fucking animal.
So for my next little treat, I went with beef jerky, just because you can't beat a bit of beef jerky, you know, that Sunrush of protein.
Technically you can beat. Technically they have to beat.
I was about to say, yeah, actually no, it's probably been beaten to quite literally death.
Yeah. They have to beat it flat to dry it out. There's a lot of beating that goes on.
There is a lot of beating. They really did beat that meat. But yeah, so for my second drink, I went with a Cobra. Funny enough, you're not going to know why I went with a Cobra, but in our previous recording, we got into Cobra and we were discussing
the fact
Cobra
that it was on that fucking what's his face?
Shark's Tank, Mike.
No, the other
Dragon's
Den. Peter Jones.
Yeah, it was
Meet
on
the Millionaires, whatever it's called.
That's the one. So yeah, so I saw that and I thought I'd give that a try. An interesting one I didn't know, and I don't know how many people out there will know, including you guys. I didn't know it was made with rice, maize, and 3 different hops.
To be fair, that is lager though, isn't it?
Well, hops and everything else kind of makes sense, but rice is a new one for me. I've not heard of alcohol being. I know that they obviously can make alcohol from rice, but I wasn't aware it was used as like a modern day technique, you know.
So I've gone with. I haven't got a snack. What I did got, the snack that I went with last time was some proper corn, because we were keeping in the proper
popcorn.
Being proper chap. I had the proper lentil, taste like Pringle, good snack the other day. So I thought I'd stick on trend, and I got some proper corn, and that went down a treat. There was only about 16 corns of popcorn though, which was a bit annoying.
Like a little bit of a mug off.
The drink I went with then was Asahi. Which is a Japanese beer, which is fantastic. But
super dry, wasn't it? Super dry beer.
Yeah, but I thought, as a Chelsea fan, I would get the Chelsea branded, or not branded, but Chelsea sponsored drink for this time round, and I've gone for a Singer, which is another fantastic drink. But I wanted to touch on you saying yours was made with rice.
You wanted to touch on him?
I wanted to touch on Will.
In his bed taker t-shirt.
In his bed taker t-shirt. And it turns out it's just water, barley malt, fructose syrup and hops, which is what makes this. So rice isn't an ingredient.
Well, yeah, so that's the thing. So rice isn't a normal ingredient in beer as far as
Might just be because it's Cobra's an Indian British beer, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
It's an Indian branding, but
beer,
it's
there's as much rice
made
in
in
India as there is tea in China.
Is there?
Well, I think so. I'm just guessing.
You're just chatting pony. What I went with last time was a Lipton's iced tea, a lovely peach iced tea, and it was very refreshing. As well as some intense Thai sweet chili Walker's crisps, which were superb. But I have mixed it up this time. Going back on brand with the old Dragon's Den, the Snaffling Pig company was on Dragon's Den. And because we wanted pod at the pub, pork scratchings, is the perfect
That is the
pub.
That is the pinnacle. It's the only time it gets eaten because pork scratchings are fucking disgusting.
And how about this? Let's make the piggin magic happen.
The piggin. Let's make the pigeon. Pigeon. Let's make the pigeon die.
But these are...
Mate, you've just opened that packet.
That's the weirdest.
You are a registered sex offender.
Oh no, I opened the packet how I wanted to open the packet.
Because you're a registered sex offender.
This is low and slow barbecue flavour, so it's not your typical salt
How many
flavour.
hairs?
None on this one.
Yeah. You wait until you find a big
Good
pig
crunch.
cube.
So I actually bought some Snaffling Pigs for Christmas. Did you know they do it in a literally like massive kilogram jar?
That surprises me because you look like you've lost about 30 stone.
Funny enough,
He didn't eat it.
we were talking about that, and you're bang on the money. I ate about that much out of the thing, left the lid off, they all went dry, emptied it out, and I used it as a storage tub now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Try these lads because they're fucking delicious.
I'll have a go.
I'll have one. For the sake of a review.
You know what? The taste is up there. But something that's crunchy and tastes like and feels like it has a liquid centre is not for me. Not unless it's chocolate based. That for me, I just feel like I've molested a pig.
I mean,
And I only do that on
Like
weekends.
in The Gentleman.
Yeah, literally like, and well, that's a pig molesting someone else.
And I went for a classic Dr. Pepper.
Listen to that.
Oh,
perfect times.
The little,
it's
the
like
little.
a 17-year-old's turbo on his Vauxhall Corsa.
Oh yes. All
You also
noise,
got an
all
extra
noise.
snack.
I did. I bought some cool original Doritos in case I didn't like the Snaffling Pigs. But I think I'm
like
going to
that.
save
Remember
the
the backup just in
Doritos.
case.
To be honest, I don't even remember the Snaffling Pig being on Dragon's Den.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah, it was actually quite a good episode from what I remember.
I love Dragon's Den.
So do I. I watch YouTube, just YouTube it all the time.
I watch it devoutly.
Yeah,
We
so-
know people that have been on it.
I'm actually
Do we?
subscribed to it.
Yeah, from you know the people that do all the gardening work.
Spit it out, Junior.
You know the gardening that goes on. You know that family that's quite prevalent in Long Stanton. One of our close friends' sisters, Andy's sister,
Yep, yeah.
was dating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
His current missus and him went on Dragon's Den to promote brush for animals.
Really?
It was only a few weeks ago, a couple of months.
Did they get
20
investment?
years!
Did they get investment?
No, it isn't.
Did
must admit,
Deborah
that
rip
sounds
them a new arsehole?
It was because it didn't get investment, it wasn't a featured
It's a very
product. It was one of those ones that, you know, when they talk about it and they do a little montage.
Yeah.
They're like, and these people came to do this. It was that, so they got about 30 seconds airtime.
It's not
But
very
that's
good.
depressing.
No, it's a shame.
That's
It's
a
one of-
pro-
it's one of
that's
those
a dark
products,
scratching.
That
that.
is a
That
pig
is.
poo.
That's as dark as my jerky. That's quite worrying.
That was disgusting. Why did you put that in your mouth?
It's just a burnt bit.
That is,
And the burnt bits are always the best bits.
yeah, on
No,
toast.
normally the crispier.
Not on pigs.
No, mate. Toast has to be just toasted. Not too much toasted.
What, you're like an
Warm
anemic
bread.
bread lover?
Yeah, mate.
Fuck yourself.
Oh no!
I had
can't
poached
stand
eggs on
that.
toast for lunch and it was fucking
You had what?
delicious.
That's just doughy
Poached
toast.
eggs on toast.
It's just doughy toast.
Yeah, but it has to be on toast and not bread that's burnt. It's got to be on
golden
toast
brown.
that's got a crisp.
It's got to be a beautiful
It
golden
was
brown.
crisp. It was lovely. Don't, why are you being so racist about my toast, mate?
I'm not being racist about nothing. It's the fight. Fighting shit.
Argument.
What you talking about, boy?
Yeah, so this is now going to turn into a commentator speak where I'll just tell you about all what happened.
So
Which would be
Lewis is
fun
actually
because we've
there.
actually got an MMA fighter coming on next week. So.
Yeah, we
There
have.
we go.
Yeah, I know. We're upgrading our guests.
If you're still alive.
Yeah, we're upgrading our guests every time. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I see
Sorry,
how it is.
Bill.
I see how it is.
Anyway, what tasty snack have you got over there?
He already said
Yeah,
about
I was about to
beef
say,
jerky.
mate. Yeah, we actually
Oh,
went
yeah,
through
he's
the
had the
snacks.
old
Yeah, I
beef
went through the old
jerky.
beef
So
jerky,
this week's
mate.
focus is on early onset dementia. One of our hosts clearly is suffering from early onset dementia and being ginger
Yeah, we're not actually
And
we're not giving him a working
clinically
laptop.
obese.
and having 2 snacks when it was clearly.
I'm only eating one of the snacks, though. I'm not going to eat both of the
Do
snacks.
not lie to me and say that you're not going to eat that shit.
I'm not going to eat the Doritos. Not till later. I'm going to be eating them at 12 o'clock tonight when I'm playing the old PlayStation.
Don't lie.
How was the old Borderlands going?
Borderlands is going sick, actually.
Yeah, you've got to be nearly there now, surely.
Yeah, he's been there about 15 times on all of them, and every time he has to make it a bit harder. It's going to get to a point where they have to all agree on sellotaping their left hand behind their back.
No, this isn't Borderlands.
To be fair, I'd watch that. I would genuinely watch that.
Borderlands is such a good game. It's essentially a looter shooter. So you just go around killing stuff, whether it's weird animals or like hillbilly type like bandits. And every time they drop new weapons, and each time you think, oh, is this better than mine or not? And then you just carry on.
Oh, so basically what you've described is Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's a full game,
Yeah,
and the stories are better. So I managed to complete the first one, the second one, and pre-sequel, and we're about 5 trophies away from pre-sequel.
And that's why you're a double D cut now.
However, coming on to Witcher 3, which is my all-time favourite game, I'm actually now completing it for the 4th time to make sure I get the finishing trophies on that. So
don't you now have to do it in the hardest difficulty?
Insert sad
yeah, you have to do it on Death March, which is...
Or me here.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that like video games. In fact, I read something earlier, a bit morbid going there. Some young...
Dead people love video games.
No, you say that. A 24-year-old lad died of a blood clot through playing too much console during lockdown.
That's
Which is fucking mental. A blood clot.
No,
he was a personal...
Say the whole sentence again.
So this lad, 24 years old, right? He was a personal trainer, but during lockdown, obviously, he couldn't do that. So he started playing video games, but it's a bit different because I'll play for a few hours and that's it. He was at his PC, his console, whatever, all day, and he got carpal tunnel, and that caused the blood
Isn't that what
clot.
you get on the aeroplanes?
Yeah, and old people get in their legs when they're in hospital. And he got a blood clot that travelled his way up, and that was it. So rest in peace to that avid gamer.
Yeah, rest in
and one of the reasons I like Borderlands, right? One of the guys that was obsessed with Borderlands 1 died of cancer. So in Borderlands 2...
That's why... Imagine loving a game because the person that created it died of cancer.
Listen,
what is wrong with you?
Listen.
Get out!
No, he was a gamer. He weren't a creator. But the creators read about it. So they took pictures of him and created him in the next game. So one of the trophies...
Cancer patient.
No, one of the trophy, it was like just a vault hunter or whatever. One of the trophies was you have to go up and speak to him to get this trophy. So if you wanted that trophy, anyone that played Borderlands 2 had to go and speak to one of their... Cheers, Lou. One of their biggest fans, which I thought was just amazing.
No, that is really
for them to immortalise him in a game like that.
Dependent on what you get from that person. If the like prize that you get from speaking to that person is radiotherapy, then they've been absolutely disgusting.
That's going a bit dark there, Lou.
No,
We like comedy.
No, I was saying a point. Imagine if they did, if they based it on
But
that.
no one's that sick.
But an interesting thing about gaming recently, I don't know how much you boys know about this, but have you been seeing what's been going on with like Formula 1 and the E1, the electric Formula 1 series and that kind of stuff?
Formula E.
Formula E. So obviously because
Wait, no.
E1.
He's about to educate us.
So I actually watched a really interesting video. It was only the other day. It was really good to watch though. I didn't actually know how much of this was going on, but there's been a lot of online races. So there's this sim called, I think it's called iRacing or E-Racing, something along that line. But this is like considered one of the best driving simulators in the world. Like everyone uses
Gran Turismo Sport.
Well, it's even better than Gran Turismo. This is this is like the best one in the world. Like they actually get cars to map out the tracks and stuff. So
was it just a tribute?
So it was not just a tribute. So they
Enter Jack Black here.
It's not the greatest song in the world.
It is a tribute.
Anyway,
so
You fucking killed that. Just leave. Okay, don't. Just carry on because someone needs to listen to you.
So we're on.
So what they actually did, I think it was NASCAR did it first. They took one of the actual tracks that we're going to do in the NASCAR championship and did it on the internet on iRacing instead. So they actually got someone to host it and all this kind of stuff. They actually got the actual...
They've done that with quite a lot of the sports, haven't they?
Well, yeah, but I think the first ones to do it were NASCAR, and then after that, I think the other ones caught on to the Formula E, then did it, and I think even Formula 1 drivers have done it. But some of these, they were literally put in lobbies with like, it was 50-50, so it's like 50 professional race drivers with 50 idiots like me and you.
Billy?
I'm just being honest.
Get out. Don't come back ever. Literally ever.
We're definitely upgrading guests next week.
So,
Call me an idiot again.
well, obviously, as you can imagine, right? If you put 50 professionals of anything with 50 people who don't really give a
I'd prefer that you'd call me that.
Okay, all right. And with 50 people who don't really give a fuck. As you can imagine, chaos ensues to a stage where one of the, I think it's one of the Formula E drivers or one of the F1 drivers, decided he got knocked out by one of the amateurs. Decided at the last minute he was going to pull in front of the entire pack and take out the lead driver. Bear in mind, this guy is a professional Formula racing car driver.
Yeah,
and
because they're obviously living the things they wish they could do.
But the problem is that
It's a simulation. No one's going to die.
But the problem with this is it was being broadcast on TV in America.
Don't.
It was being sponsored by the same people that sponsored the cars. They were under the same obligations as they would me and you
So
if
he
we
got in
were doing
trouble
our
for
job. He lost his job. He got fired, mate. He literally got fired.
That's
for
brutal.
playing an internet racing game that he was obligated to play under his sponsors and everything else.
That is the biggest load of shit.
And he actually lost his job. There was another one who lost his job as well. His was worse. He said a racial slur, but he tried.
Yeah, but they should get it.
Well,
they
he
should get
he
sacked.
basically tried to claim that he didn't actually mean to say it. He thought his mic was cut off, and he was doing it to basically
Well, he
test to
still
see if
said
his
it.
mic was working. But yeah, exactly. He still said it. It still happened. Everyone heard it. It was also broadcast again on the internet, on these channels,
Social
all that kind of
medias
stuff,
and
social
bits and
media, all
pieces.
that kind of stuff. And obviously, you've got to bear in mind that at the same time, he's wearing sponsored gear. He's driving a sponsored car, admittedly in the game, but he's driving a sponsored car. He's representing these companies.
Yeah, but it's meant to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the problem with that is they took something that was supposed to be fun and then
Over-complicated.
They commercialised it.
Load of wank. Load of wank. Anyway, so things that we spoke about in our hour-long
Yeah. Good news, bad news.
Yes.
Oh
good news,
yeah,
bad
so
news,
yeah,
did
so
that.
bad news. What's the worst thing that's happened to you this week, Billy?
Well, to cut a long story even shorter than I did last time, essentially my child basically nearly fell in the road and decided to commit kamikaze. And I managed to grab her in absolutely spectacular fashion out of the pram, away from danger, and then proceeded to throw all of her stuff over a fence and then had to climb over again.
Yeah, so you basically, that outweighs all of ours if we summarise it. You nearly lost your child, which is terrible.
Nearly.
The way you said it wasn't much like that.
I'm not going to lie, I think it was one of those things, like I said before, the problem
You don't summarise it until after, you don't really realise, you don't comprehend.
I think, like I said, where I took that sort of minute to calm down and then she was trying to reach her stuff through the fence, bless her, and everything else. I think once I'd taken that minute to calm down, I think it was like you say, it was one of them sort of laugh or cry situations. Yeah. And I was wetting myself and I found it so funny. I don't know why I found it so funny, but I thought it was hilarious that I managed to kung fu her out of this pram as it was falling into the street.
I think it's instinct, because I had a thing like that. When I was younger, I was carrying my cousin when she was a baby, tripped over, and instinctively, because she's on my front, instinctively turned and landed on my back.
On the child.
Yeah.
I instinctively knew that I would dislocate my shoulder unless I broke all of my fall upon the baby's head.
Yeah, so I twisted and landed on my back rather than the baby.
No, you did.
I think it's like instinct.
I think it is, yeah, I think it's one of them things
There
you
was
just...
actually...
Same as anything, you do that with your phone now.
Yeah.
If you were to fall over, you do it with a beer.
To be
If
fair,
you were
you-
going to fall over in a pub with a beer, you do whatever you can to ensure that
Well, I didn't. I was sitting on my front step the other day, having a smoke, because I don't smoke in the house, and
gay boy.
my phone slipped out of my hand and landed and cracked the screen.
Oh, no.
It double bounced as well.
So the thing is, though, when I drop my phone, I instinctively try
Kick
and
it.
Yeah.
To
Not
break
even
its
kick
fall.
it. No, I don't try and kick like boot it. Have it. No, I try and break the fall with my foot instinctively.
Yeah, you just put your foot in the way, yeah.
So what the hell was happening to you?
I don't know. I was just...
Must be a really good smoke.
Yeah. You prioritised the roll up.
Yeah, just saw
mean,
your phone,
I'd
saw your phone
finished,
drop like
I'd finished my roll-up.
Oh, bless you up.
But what about you?
So for me, it's got to be the fact that Liverpool Football Club have won the title after 30 years of
Yeah.
trying.
Told us about a joke about that earlier, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah. Something the fact that Liverpool won the cup.
Oh yeah, so Liverpool. Yeah, but I mean, if you're from Liverpool and consider yourself a Scouser, please don't take offence to the next show. Yeah, so Liverpool have won the league. People are being paid to do nothing. There must be a Scouser with a genie somewhere contemplating what his final wish is going to be.
I want half of Jeff Bezos' money, please.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. No, but it's true.
That'd be his wife, surely, or his ex-wife, should I say?
As a football fan in general, there are very few clubs that you actively dislike, and Liverpool have, unfortunately for themselves, gained an unlikability due to the delirium of their fans. Their fans, what a typical saying of a Liverpool fan is, it will be our year next year.
And it's their year this year.
It's their,
Yeah, at the start of the season it's their year this year, at the end of the season it's their year next year.
Yeah. However, this year and last year, to a degree, turned into their year. They won the Champions League. You can't. That's, if anything is more prolific than the Premier League, it's the Champions League. And then this year they've won the Premier League, and they've done it in some style as well. They really have got a hell of a points lead on pretty much. Yeah, unbelievable. What they've done is unbelievable, and that hurts me.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, Jeff.
And that hurts me as a football fan. Even Gary Neville, who spent his entire playing career as Man United, who are prolifically Liverpool's rivals, had to say, "I'll give it to Liverpool. What they've done is fantastic," and it is. But it pains me to say that.
It's one of those things. You can appreciate the fact that they've actually done it as a football club, but the fact that they are who they are.
The fact that they've done it as a football club is the problem. And then to make things worse, Chelsea could have hopped into third place yesterday, provided we won 3 points.
I don't know what happened with that game yesterday. It was
West Ham deserved it. That hurts me to say as well. But if you're gonna play a club like that, like we had 75% possession. So for every 3 minutes we had the ball, they had the ball for 1 minute.
mad.
They had 3 shots on target. Every one of them went in the back of the net. We deserve to lose. If we're not going to play how you should play at that level, then we deserve to lose. We should have scored more. The only 2 goals we scored were from set pieces. Yeah. We had a penalty and a free kick. We didn't score a goal from open play.
I mean, that's the weird thing. I felt like you say, Chelsea did have a lot of ball control, and I must admit, I'm not, for all you guys out there, I'm not a massive football guy. I've never really have been. It's only more recently I've sort of tried to get into it more, not necessarily for me, mostly so that when we have these conversations, I'm not the idiot stood in the corner staring at the wall.
So you understand what's going on, especially in where you work. Your manager and the chef where you work are both massive
football heads. Yeah, exactly. So it's nice to be able to, at least when you guys are having that conversation, I'm not that,
to be a part
I'm
of
not that
it.
weird guy in the corner that's like, nice brother.
Cambridge played well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, knowing you guys, Cambridge didn't even play, they haven't played in like a year.
Yeah. They folded.
Yeah, that's it.
You knob. Now go and lick the toilet bowl clean.
Yeah, it's one of those funny things. I actually did this with MMA.
Again?
I did this with MMA probably about 3 years ago, maybe, roughly about 3 years ago or so. And I did it with MMA. I just wanted to sort of learn more about it and understand it better. And I actually ended up getting massively into it for quite a long time. I still am into it, and I still watch a lot of the videos, and obviously a lot of the fights that have gone on lately. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen many of the fights.
Yeah, mate, I watch it all. I love MMA. I love boxing.
Yeah.
I love any contact sport.
What do you think of
But
this?
I hate rugby.
What do you think of this Max guy recently about quitting mid-round? Did you see that? Have you seen that? Have you heard about that? So literally, he goes into his corner like, at the end of the round.
He threw in the towel for himself.
Yeah. But did you hear what his corner was saying?
I
They
broke my back.
Yeah, they didn't want. Yeah, spinal. Yeah, no. So basically, he knew he there's no way he could win the fight. He knew that he was losing.
Well, that
was
point
he called Max? I don't even know what his name was.
Max Kroshkov.
What I know is that his corner tried to force him to fight, even though he. At the end of the day, that's a problem. Right,
it really is.
Most fighters will fight until they can't fight anymore, which is probably what he felt like he'd done.
Dying on the shield, as most of them call it, yeah.
Precisely.
Or falling on the shield.
If your corner doesn't believe that you've done that, then they're going to want you to fight. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of money involved. And
I think
the
that's
difference between winning and losing is huge. One, it goes on your record.
Yeah.
2, the payouts.
Oh yeah, the payouts. Yeah.
But if you have to throw your own towel, you need other people to be supporting you. The amount of people that have died in the ring.
I mean, the fact that he even got to a stage where he was good enough to get into UFC and to get that title shot, he clearly was good enough.
That was boxing, wasn't it? I'm sure.
No, that was UFC.
Was it? Okay. I remember reading the story. I thought it was boxing.
Yeah, it was UFC. So he was relatively new starter into it, and this was his first ever fight in the UFC, and will probably be his last. I should very well imagine.
It all goes down to Dana White.
Well, this is it. At the end of the day, he still does have a contract, so he still can fight. He still, can go into it. But I mean, it brings up an interesting thing because, so there was another fight during this lockdown where a guy was fighting a big Brazilian guy, big skinny Brazilian guy, and he's literally saying to his corner, "My teeth are falling out." Like his teeth were literally getting knocked out of his head. He was getting beat up that much. He's saying to his corner, "My teeth are getting falling out. My teeth are falling out." They're like, "No, carry on." And I must admit, fair play to the guy because he got back up and he carried on for another round, even though his teeth were literally coming out of his head.
The thing is, depending on what stage you're at, some of them fighters are earning millions and millions and millions. Well, I'd have my teeth knocked out for fucking 15 million or whatever they get paid.
Well,
purely because I know that as soon as I get paid and I'm out of the hospital, I'm having brand new teeth put in.
Well, this is it. I mean, unfortunately, the reality, especially with like UFC and something like that, it doesn't come down to skill. It doesn't come down to how many fights you win. It doesn't come down to any of that. If you can knock a guy out in brutal fashion, you'll probably get a pay bonus.
Yeah.
If you can be a bigger name like Conor McGregor and stuff like that, you can basically choose what your pay is going to be. When you're someone like, Nate Diaz is probably a fairly good example. You obviously know the Conor McGregor Nate Diaz fight. So Nate Diaz before that was probably getting about 20,000 a fight, if that.
Really?
And then he maybe get another 20,000 bonus on top for winning. Like so, you might get 40 grand a fight if you won. You've got to bear in mind that McGregor was getting paid probably 10 times that. Just to even step in the ring, just to even walk out.
That's purely through sponsorship, I reckon.
No. That's the thing is because of the way the UFC was set up, and I believe it is still that way. UFC sold all the sponsorship rights to Reebok, I believe, and they own it all as far as I'm aware. So the fighters don't actually get any sponsorship money really anymore.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they get some, and they do get bits and pieces, and they do videos, and a lot of them have like YouTube channels and stuff now. But they're very limited on their income, and it's interesting. Like everyone's been going mad recently about Conor McGregor retiring again for like the 4th time, whatever it is at this point.
Yeah, and he's already come out and said that he'll unretire.
Of course he will for the right money.
Provided he gets a title.
Of course he will for the right
He's
money.
already said that.
Of course he will for the right money and the right fight. Of course he will.
Yeah, but that's a joke.
Even that on its own, if the amount of money he's earned just from the whiskey,
he's retired
just from his proper 12 whiskey, he probably doesn't ever have to step in that ring.
I've read the other day that it's already the 2nd biggest whiskey brand in Ireland.
Yeah, to a stage in Ireland, it was selling that much. They had to limit people to 2 bottles.
Yeah,
that's how massive.
Already the 2nd biggest. If you think you've got Jameson's, you've got Famous Grouse, Jack Daniels.
Well, also, you know the suit he had where the pinstripe literally said "fuck you." I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Well, the guy who made that suit for him, he partnered with him, and he now has his own clothing line for it. So he makes designer and one-off suits.
Yeah, perfect.
That's where we're earning money.
That's where he's been really clever, I think, over a lot of other people. I think he's realised that he can't just step in a ring and beat the shit out of people for money constantly for the rest of his life.
Yeah, because it's going to stop.
Eventually, either someone will stop him, or it will just stop. One or the other, but it's going to happen, So at least he's being smart. He's diversifying his money. So when he does get to a point, most of them retire around 40, I think.
That's why I think that Mike Tyson's coming back, because Mike Tyson's opened his own cannabis hotel.
Yes, he
where
has.
you can go see where it grows and stuff.
I must admit, guys, he's got an amazing podcast channel. If you get a chance, please do check him out.
Do you think it's amazing?
I think it's really good. I think not all of them are probably at the level they need to be. But I mean, I feel like, especially a lot of the guests he's had on, a lot of the conversations that.
No, I think he's been. What's it called when someone uses you for your money? What's it called? There's a word for it when someone. I want to say pig.
I keep saying I keep thinking blackmail for some reason.
Yeah, it's not that. But I honestly feel like the people that are controlling that, cash pig. They're turning him into a cash
cow.
Cash cow. Of course, cash pig. You're a fucking cash pig. That's what you say to a BBW escort. Nothing but a fucking cash pig. No,
the funny thing is as well, his videos obviously get massive amounts of views. I mean, even if you just watch I think it's like a 30-second training video
at the end
of him
of the
hitting
day,
the bag.
he did a podcast with Eminem.
Yeah.
How can you top that?
If you're famous enough, when you start a podcast, people will listen to it, and you also have that influence to get other people on. look at Steve-O. He started his podcast and he had fucking Tony Hawk and
Straight away. From the word go.
fucking what's his face?
Famagera,
Yeah.
But you got to bear
Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville. It's
One
all
thing-
people that he knows because
I
he's
was about to
famous
say,
anyway.
you've got to bear in mind that's like you coming to
Yeah.
our house and knocking on our door and be like, "Do you want to join our podcast?" Because to him, it's
That's
the same
what we
thing.
did today.
Those are who, well, yeah, basically, those are who he grew up with. Those are his mates. Do you know what I mean? So of course he's going to have them people over.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's loads of people are getting
Not what
into
you
it.
know, it's who you know.
100%.
Which is what we went massive into that on our.
Yeah, we
on the-
did.
But I can't be asked to go down that route again. But we got far too political. I think.
We did
Yeah,
get a
on
bit
that
political
last
on our
one we
first
did,
one,
yeah.
What the highlights of that political chat? One of them, Putin, has somehow managed to get a right past where he can stay in power until 2035, whereas every election is meant to be.
Which, if anyone out there, if you can explain to me as if you're talking to a 3-year-old and how that works,
Please do.
please give me a call
Yeah.
because I don't.
Drop us a message on Facebook
because
or
I do not understand how that works in any way, shape, or form.
Completely agreed. And another thing that we spoke a lot, quite intensely on, and detailed on, was Trump.
Yes.
But we should probably not go down that route again.
No, I feel like enough people are talking about Trump at the moment. I feel like we don't need to jump on that bandwagon.
No, and if he could wipe out Iran, then there's absolutely no reason he can't wipe
exactly.
out.
This is it.
We'll
Anyway,
be
going
flat.
back to bad news. What was your bad news? We didn't get there.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, no,
I
yeah,
said
no,
that.
we
yeah.
did actually. We
Yeah,
didn't get
I
to
know.
your
we
bad
didn't get to my bad news.
And yours is the baddest bad news of all.
Yeah, so-
Your bad news, you bum.
Monday, I got an email from my head of business, which said, "Oh, by the way, we need you to come in for a employment review." And then went in on Wednesday, turned up 15 minutes early, supposed to be there at 1 o'clock.
Punctual. Showing that you're the best employee that they've got in their ranks.
Yeah, that's kind of hurtful, the fact that you actually turned up like 2 hours
Anyway,
late.
we don't know the news yet.
I was suited and booted, polished my shoes, arrived 15 minutes
Oh,
early.
tell me how bright they were.
They were bright.
I bet they love
They
seeing
were
your face.
nice.
Could you see your face?
No, because they're like a matte shoe. They're not like a shiny,
okay.
a shiny dancing
That's where
shoe.
you went wrong.
Should
You
have had a
cannot
shiny
polish
dancing
If you
a
had a
matte
shiny
shoe.
shoe, if you had a shiny shoe, son, you'd have been in.
No, you can't polish a matte shoe. What's he playing at?
That's a good point. What's he
You
doing?
can,
Is that
yeah,
the-
'cause
Oh,
No
you-
wonder, mate.
use
Billy,
matte
it's all
polish,
making
don't
sense
you?
now.
Use matte polish. Anyway,
I know I can't put
I
matte
got
polish.
in there at 15 minutes early and
Polish.
I'd left by 1 o'clock.
Matte polish, sorry.
And yeah, I got let off. They terminated my contract of employment. So fuck you, Mr. COVID, you absolute cunt.
So just to be clear,
I'm now unemployed.
He is now unemployed. They've let go of a certain percentage of
20% of the company.
of his
But
sales
what
and
you
showroom.
precious listeners can do is share this podcast and give us 5-star reviews on iTunes, because that would fucking help massively.
Definitely.
If you enjoy listening to us, you like our style of comedy of just a group of people chatting shit while you drive around in a car or sit around the table, yeah, just like us, share us, and get your friends involved because they might like it as well. That could help us. We are planning on getting a big fucking summer house put up
Oh,
with a,
don't.
with
That's
a
the dream.
Yeah, proper setup in there. Like, our setup here wasn't right. We spoke to an audio expert afterwards and it was just crackly and hissing all the way through.
We had the
mics too close. So when we've got a proper setup and a table and everything that's there, we'll just do it.
Well, we'll have microphones connected to the wall that can't be moved.
Yeah, and
That's
they just
a clever
people
idea.
swing them round to their face and talking to them.
And not even that. We need to set it up. We need a chair in the right place, microphone in the right place. You sit in the chair, can't move the mic. That's where it stays.
Yeah,
So
and also you won't get stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just
Jumping.
removes that tinny now.
Come in.
Who is it?
I feel like we've turned to a sketch show.
Uh-huh.
Cheers, mate.
That's all right, man.
But yeah, that wasn't great news, so I've got to try and find another
Yeah,
job.
that's bad, mate. But like I said, all we're asking is for you to take all of your jewellery, all of your hardwired electrical appliances to cash converters. Easy. Well, everyone lives within 25 minutes of a cash converters. Take you 15 minutes to round up all of your valuables, take them to cash converters, sell them or pawn them. I don't know what financial state you're in, but this is all we're asking. It's as easy as a like in a share. Just round up all of your valuables, take them to cash converters and bank transfer the money to Ashley. We don't ask much. In fact, we're 4 episodes deep and I don't think we've asked any of you for anything. So just everything that you've got worth anything, or the deeds to your mortgage.
Yeah, just deeds to a house.
Yeah, that's
Equity.
fine. That's fine. We'll take that. We'd prefer hard cash.
No negative equity though.
We don't
want
that.
any negative equity.
Look, if you've got 4 years left in your mortgage, just give us the deeds. Yeah, we're entertaining you. It's fair. I mean, 50 grand from each of you. We're not asking much.
Nothing. It's
Or just like and share our page. But for
That's
me,
probably easier.
Yeah, for me, I'd rather just sign away everything.
Yeah, I mean, for those of us that live in a bin, you can always just
sell the bin.
Steal someone's phone, go onto this. And
that's the thing. That's the thing. People don't like supporting people, especially people they know. But even strangers, they don't really like supporting people. All we need is your mortgage. And not even a mortgage. If you've paid it off, even better.
Even better.
If you've paid off your mortgage, just sign over your house. We won't do anything with it. We'll just sell it. Simple.
We'll even offer you first dibs. That's fair.
If you want to buy it back, if you've got sentimental value, us as a podcast, we're happy to do that. We're happy to allow you to buy it back. And we're nice like that. That's what we do. We make sure that the community are happy with what we're offering. 50 grand from each of you, fine.
Or just a like and a share.
Let's go.
Let's just go like and
Maybe
share.
a review.
And 5-star reviews on iTunes.
A like and a share is the way forward, guys. But just so you know, if you do sign over your house, take out your furniture. I'm not moving any more furniture for 12 months.
Mate, don't be a liability to us. Don't
do it. Take your furniture with you.
This is going to be the last time you're on here. Until next week.
Until next week, yeah.
Yeah, no, all jokes aside, if anyone does know of a job that Ashley can do from home.
Yeah, obviously COVID is a crazy thing that's going on. We're all dealing with it at the moment. If anyone is
one
aware
of
of
my friends
anything,
actually, and I'm not mentioning any names, recently started doing live sex shows with his missus.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
Why?
Because people go...
You'd be surprised. Never heard of chubby chasers?
That's true. And apparently, according to the internet, which is always right,
they always give you £200 more. That's probably the best joke I've ever got.
No, people like the dad
extra
bod.
every time.
You look like you could use a good physiotherapist.
No, but in all seriousness, one of my friends lost his job through this bullshit, was furloughed, lost it. They'd actually started, him and his missus had started exploring the world of cam modelling.
It's like OnlyFans. Women earn fucking fortunes through that.
Have you heard what they're doing?
My missus
cancelling everything sexual. OnlyFans wants to be highbrow in society, and it wants to be like Twitch.
OnlyFans is going to go bust because they're...
Twitch has gone bust.
You
don't
turn
Microsoft now.
You don't turn your fucking nose up
at everything.
Fucking 100,000 women getting paid through your website.
Yeah,
and
but that is
millions of men visiting your website because of the 100,000 women. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
whoever owns that company needs to get the sack.
No, but they probably won't. They can't. Their bread and butter is 19-year-old girls with skimp parents getting their tits out.
Yeah, I can't believe I literally got shown a article the other day by my missus. There's an 18-year-old who's just literally bought herself like a brand new, I can't remember what car it was, I think it was a brand new BMW M4, I want to say.
Yeah, because she gets her flaps out on camera.
And just
£4 a month.
And just bought like a £300,000 4-bedroom house, like not far up the road from her parents.
Because she's got nice flaps.
Yeah, because she is making that.
Fair play to her though.
Yeah.
If I was
anyway,
a woman and I looked
let me go back to what I was saying. So, my mate's a similar age to me. I'll tell you who it is. Yeah, him and his missus. I hope they didn't pick that up. Please say that.
Shouldn't have done.
Anyway, him and his new missus decided they needed some more money. So they explored the world of sex cams. And they made in 11 days £2 grand.
They made £2 in 11 days.
£2 grand. And the website...
What's his missus look like? And how old is she?
21, and she's fucking disgusting. Right, but
maybe I could make £2 a month.
But they make good money, and there's someone paid him 170. He was banging her on camera the other night, and someone paid £170 to watch until he ejaculated. In his missus said, "Oh, I'm willing to watch this until you come." It took him like 3 hours or whatever. 170 quid to watch him come in his missus.
That is mad.
They log on for 3 hours a day. Out of 11 days, they've only been on for 9, and they've made £2,000 in 11 days.
That is mad.
It's not bad at all, is it?
I mean, especially when you think the average person goes to work and earns, what, 80 to £150 a day?
Yeah.
Average?
Some
Some
less,
less than that.
Some less.
Some considerably more.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
like me, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm still furloughed for 3 weeks, and I've got a week's notice, so I'll get
It's
paid for a month.
funny you
You're
say
a
that,
great
because I
salesman.
was going to ask you, because obviously you made sales before all this happened. What happens in regards to those?
They
just
get
passed
given
on
to
anyone?
anyone else. In fact, we were talking about this
So what,
in
you
the
don't,
car.
you don't get nothing from it?
No,
No,
I
that's
spent
disgusting,
months, literally months, getting a guy to buy a car that's worth 90 grand. It's an expensive car.
Winding, dined him, tried to
Literally, I pulled
When
up
he
and
left, he
stopped.
tried to find him.
Every week he liked updates, so every week I would take video of the screen. Look, this is where your car's at. Blah blah
of him
blah.
having
blah,
a
blah.
wank in the car.
Sent it to him.
He even sat on the gear
Then
stick.
furlough happened. COVID happened. So
£800 gear
everything. Can you shut
Covered
up,
in
you
shit.
absolute gimp? So
Covered in poo.
Imagine replacing
don't
that.
mind this car, because it was a specialist car, would have earned me 500 quid plus the extras on top. So about £650, £700, right?
Just to sell one car.
Just to sell one car. So for me, you don't sell those cars often. I was like, fucking quid's in.
Ka-ching!
That is gonna,
Kazumba!
like, that's going to pay a lot towards a bloody summer house, so we can carry on podcasting or whatever it was going to go towards. He'd been pestering me throughout Furlough on WhatsApp because he had my number, and I was like, look, I can't give you any information because I don't know, I'm not at work.
Don't have any, yeah.
And then Friday, 3 fucking days before, they sent me a letter saying you've got to come in for a review.
Yeah.
He sent me a load of pictures of him picking it up, and he was like, oh yeah,
Shagging his missus.
this other salesman had handed it over because obviously they probably knew I weren't going to be there and earned the money. But it turns out this salesman's a scumbag, like a proper scumbag.
really?
I won't go into the details, but he's not a.
Have you messaged the salesman?
No.
Well, you should.
No, I probably should, but it's not going to.
I was about to say, I very much doubt
It
it.
is.
No,
Go and
because
smash his ass up.
he's a snake, proper snake. I'll tell you, he got kicked out of his last company for drug abuse, and he's now
never
working
abuse
at the new place. No, you shouldn't
You
abuse
should
drugs.
just use them
You
recreationally.
should treat them nicely and with the respect they deserve.
Use drugs, what you can afford. Do it for fun.
Yeah, so this absolute scumbag's pocketing my money that I spent fucking ages getting him done. But I'd also had like 4 other sales that would just get given to other people. But
See, I don't like that because, again, like we
I
said
put
in
in
the
the
previous
hard work to
podcast,
get it done.
Yeah, as we both know, coming from that sales aspect, especially cars, it's like you say, it's a lot of hard work to get that final tick in the box.
especially on a car worth that much money.
Exactly, it's not a small
I
car.
was going to be super brutal then, but I'm not going to.
No,
You
don't.
put all that work in to get there. You got to that point, and then it's just someone in an office in there somewhere who's decided, oh no, we're not going to give this guy money he's actually earned.
Yeah,
We'll just give it to whatever
we'll
salesman is
pay
here.
the other
Yeah, we'll just give it to
salespeople.
whatever salesman is here.
Right, so one thing I want to touch on. Sorry, boys, to switch subject.
Not kids. We don't condone that. Especially breaking news today. Old
Yes.
pedo Epstein's missus has been arrested by
Thank
the FBI.
Give me
Dirty
a match,
bitch.
Rob.
Yeah.
She deserves to be taken
She
out.
does.
Right, but what I was talking about Epstein, multi-billionaire. How long, and you just got to repeat it now, how long would it take if
But
I
you're not
gave you a
allowed to know
pound?
the answer because he's already told you.
I
the
know,
answers.
so it kills it a bit, so we're just going to have to, we're going to have to act.
I can vaguely remember what I said.
Yeah. How long if I gave you a
And
pound
3,
every...
2, 1, go.
21 days was what I said.
No, you didn't, you said...
He said 15 days.
I said 3 weeks was what I said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did, yeah. So, if I gave you a pound every second, Billy, starting this moment, quid. How long until you became a millionaire?
15 days, I know it's around that figure.
Well, the answer is 11. You did
Oh.
say 21. Yeah, so the answer is 11. How long until you become a billionaire? And say what you said.
Oh, I said like 30 days or something.
30
didn't I?
days.
Yeah.
And the answer, guys, and this is actually fucking mental, is the answer is 33 years. You become a millionaire after 11 days and a billionaire after 33 years. And that is the difference between £1 million and £1 billion. It's unbelievable, the difference. So you look at a millionaire and you're jealous of their life. You look at a billionaire, you're jealous of their life. But the difference between those two is astra-fucking-nomical.
And if you wanted Jeff Bezos's fortune of 170 odd billion, £1 a second, it would take you 5,676 years.
To get rid.
No, to
earn
earn it,
how much
if
he's
you got
earning
£1 a
in
second.
lifetime. That's crazy.
Is that right? How much
Yeah,
is
I
he
just done.
1.71 billion?
Yeah, 1.71.
No,
I
he's
did
worth
one.
175 billion.
Well, close
So
enough.
it's 175.
It's
times
over
33.
5,500 years.
It's a hell of a lot over that. Do it again. Do the maths again. It is
170.
33
Yep.
times 175.
Yeah, 5,775 years
You did do it right.
to become a billionaire.
That is
To
madness.
earn his money if you were earning £1 a second.
That is madness. But then, like we discussed last episode,
5,000 years. If someone was giving you a quid every second, 5,000 years. That is unfucking believable.
of catching them pound
And
coins.
then if you tone that down, divide that by 365.
15.82191178.
No, I've worked that out wrong. So basically, boys, what I'm trying to work out now is in a standard person's lifetime, let's say 80 years, give or take, if it takes you 5,000 years to earn his money, how long would it take in a lifetime? So what we need to do to work that out is work out 5,000, however many it was.
5,775, something like that.
Yeah.
So the average person lives 80 years. If you're saying that that's
So divide this
5,000
by
years.
80.
That's how many lifetimes it would take.
72.18.
72
Whoa.
lifetimes.
Whoa.
And the guy's 50.
That would be your great. If you got £1 every single second, it wouldn't be.
That's without interest.
That's without interest, without anything. It would take your great.
72 times. We're going to go to an interview.
This is where we go to a break.
5 years later.
Great granddad until you earn that money.
That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy. So I feel like this loops back nicely to our previous conversation, which was how much money is too much money?
£1 billion.
See, I would say even $1 billion.
I would say 5 billion. And the reason for that,
Right, so we did touch on this.
Yeah, we did.
There are things that you can buy for £1 billion.
There are.
There are things that, but J.K. Rowling is the prime example of someone that said $1 billion is too much, so she gave away X amount of her money. A lot of these billionaires don't expect to be billionaires.
Yeah.
They create something. They're like, I'm going to be rich,
And then before you know it.
and then they're too rich.
Yeah.
They're like, what do I do? Look at Bill Gates. He created an entire charity based on billionaires that want to give away their wealth because they realise how rich they are. Look at the Carnegies, who was the steel merchant. He owned
everything.
every piece of steel was owned.
It's mad.
Do you want me to tell you what you can buy for $1 billion? I have a list. You can buy the Miami Marlins baseball team.
Yeah.
And for you, Will, because I know how much you like it, the Hannah Montana franchise.
Oh, wow.
Is
What is
worth-
that, £1 billion quid?
Is $1 billion.
Right, so that doesn't actually sound like that much. Really?
No, it doesn't. A private island.
Well done.
In
Loads
the
of people own
Bahamas.
that. So so this is the problem, Ash. If you sum up what you can buy for $1 billion, it's probably not that much.
You can buy Balmoral Castle, which is owned by the Queen. That's a little bit over. That's 1.4 billion, but
Yeah, but
that's why you need 5 billion. You see.
Right, so it's not that much. However, the things that you can actually do with £1 billion far outweigh what you can buy for £1 billion. The things that you can do
I'll just
are unbelievable.
hospital after hospital
We,
after
tou-
hospital.
we touched on this. In the last podcast, again, that we're cross-referencing, we said about Akon. Akon, the music artist, that now he probably went through a period in time where he was selling CDs, selling albums, earning a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And then it died, and everything went online. And for a while, he was probably not earning much because everything was counterfeited. Everything was ripped by CD onto a computer and re-ripped here, there, and everywhere. LimeWire. We all lived in a time where LimeWire was a thing. However, streaming sites recreated money in the music industry, and they have massively.
Yeah.
If you want to go and follow Taylor Made, spelled TAYLORMAYD.
Yeah, that's all right.
I listened to it. It wasn't bad, was it?
Yeah, it's all right.
Follow him because that's someone. Anyway,
No, he's doing very good stuff in music at the moment. It's very interesting stuff.
Well, I've listened.
that artist
is worth listening to.
released the track on the 23rd of June, so 9 days ago. It has 6,000 streams, which doesn't sound like much. It's actually really good going. That's $25 from that one track. Now, the people that are top, he just chucked something and it was beautiful. The people that are top daily on these streaming sites, specifically Spotify, get about 6 million streams a day. That transpires, 6 million streams transpires into 25 grand.
A day.
For one day being at the top.
Not bad, is it?
Akon and the likes now have tunes that get streamed relentlessly because they're pinnacles of people like ours use.
Yeah.
So now they've gone from earning shitloads in their singles and albums.
Akon did a song with Lonely Island, didn't he?
He did. I just had sex.
Yeah, that's it.
And it felt so good.
Was that not Flow Rider?
No, that was Akon.
Yeah.
You are right. It was Akon. Yeah.
And then Justin Timberlake did Mother Lover.
Wasn't
which
it?
was
Wasn't it?
A dick in a box.
Wasn't Flow Rider on a boat? That wasn't that. Flow Rider?
Where does Flow Rider get his name from?
It wasn't Flow Rider. It's T-Pain.
T-Pain.
Where does Flow Rider get his name from?
I have no idea.
No?
Water flumes. Log flume.
I like that. I like that.
He rides a flow.
He rides a flow.
Now, let's try and close this down a bit. Where do you think Flow Rider is from?
Oh, I swear I know this. Isn't it California?
I don't know if that's correct, but where do you think?
Don't have a clue.
If I told
Gibraltar.
you Flow Rider was from Florida, would it make more sense?
Yes, of course.
His entire name, all he's done, he's written Florida
And put a space in the middle.
and put a space,
That
and it's
is-
fucking genius.
That is such good branding because the amount of people that will Google Florida and it'll go, they might
You
think
mean Flow
Flow
Rider?
Rider.
Yeah.
How genius
That
is that?
is genius.
And until I read that or saw that somewhere, I'd never put two and two together.
I would not have even clocked
His
that.
name is Florida because he's from Florida, but he put a space in between the O and the R, and now he became Flow Rider.
Maybe you should change your rap name to Cam Bridge.
Cameron Bridge. I don't rap.
Yeah, no, that doesn't
He's
happen.
giving me the stink eye.
That doesn't
Someone call the police!
If you had a pillow, I'd shit on it. Right. Where are we at time-wise? I feel like we've done quite well.
Yeah, 53 minutes. It's not bad.
We're at 53.
We're at 53
And we've
minutes.
not touched on anything. All we've talked about is things that we touched on.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not bad, is it?
That's
Although we haven't touched on China with their gigafactories that are pumping out
We
a million
haven't.
fucking
Yeah, but let's
product.
not. That can be a conversation for another time.
Yeah, you
We're
say
already
that
at a point where we need to wrap this up. One thing we didn't touch on last podcast, I was upset about it, was the podcast before this, we talked about the fact that it was your birthday and Russ's birthday.
Yes, we didn't talk
Yes.
about
We
our
didn't
birthday.
talk about it, and
didn't.
now
So,
we're going.
I'll tell you
My
what,
birthday.
let me just jump in before you say your piece. Thank you very much for inviting me. I had a really
You're
good
welcome.
time. I really enjoyed myself.
I
and it was
thought
lovely
you just
to see
needed
you.
a good meal, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. Having someone actually cook
don't.
food for me was.
No, I don't. I lost a meal when you gave
Yeah, I was
one.
about to say. Yeah, I took the meal for you.
Mate,
Well,
we
you're not
sat
going to eat
there.
that, are you?
We had a
You're not
socially,
going to eat that, are you?
That's literally what it's like.
we had a socially distanced barbecue in my garden because the garden's quite big.
As well, socially.
It was actually
It was
because there was
actually very
people
well.
there that need to socially distance because they've got relatives that aren't very well. So we properly socially distanced. We had loads of food, which was incredible. We had lots of laughs.
tell.
I polished off a couple.
Everything.
We polished off a couple of bottles of rum. But at the end of the night, bear in mind, I have a thing. He's got his face full of beef.
Oh, I nearly just choked on beef.
Mouthful of meat.
I nearly choked on beef.
Loves it.
It's not after the podcast.
Yeah. So we every year I go to a festival and couldn't go to a festival this year because of the old Rona. So we had a good time. We drunk and we sat out till late. And then one of the guests there, who shall not be named, pulled out a bag of the old good. It's not a white good. It's a green good.
Yeah, green good.
Green good. So we had a little bit of green good.
For those that are wondering.
It was because I've got glaucoma.
Yeah. Lazy eye. Yeah.
So
Bonk
and
eye, I
it was
need a
so
spliff.
it was so funny, and it was the first time in a year that I've actually sat and relaxed where I hadn't had to worry about work. I hadn't had to worry about the kids.
You had a job then?
Yeah, I had a job then. We were just sitting around having a laugh, and I thought that was fucking wonderful.
Yeah,
so
no,
thank you for everyone that came.
And you know what? I haven't done that with, especially
is,
yourself, in a long time, and I really, really enjoyed myself. It was such a good laugh.
So what I did is
You went to Mac's party,
I
didn't
went
you?
to Max and I rang you, Abs, at about 12 thinking.
I was asleep.
Yeah, no, you're in bed.
I was in bed.
You're in bed, clearly masturbating ferociously.
Oh,
No,
It sounded like...
if you'd
Well,
have
my
seen
missus
how much
was-
that bottle of rum he drank, mate, he passed out, trust me.
Yeah, I actually rang him and he, about 12, I said, bro, I'm on my way round. I'm done with Mac. I've had a good night here. I'm on my way. And you said, I'm in bed.
Everyone's gone home.
And I said, I'm on my way. Can you pick me up? You said, I'm in bed flaccid. I said, I'm going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, yeah.
how was the drinky poos in town?
Fucking really good.
I was about to say, it looked like you guys were having fun when we come and met you.
So, me and Mac turned up at 11 a.m.
Started drinking.
It was,
Forced me to go after a boomerang thing.
it was probably about 26 degrees at 11.
Oh, yeah, stupid hot.
It was so hot. And then, till about 3 p.m, I didn't think the drink was, I'd probably had about 8 or 9 cans by then. And I thought, it's not doing anything. It's pissing me off, I'm bored. By 5 p.m, I was off my tits, walking around Tesco trying to find something I could use as a bucket. I bought 15 bags of ice and like a bin that everyone could
Put the drinks in.
put drinks in.
Oh, I
your
just
testicles.
thought you were going to lay on these bags of ice.
No, and bought them, and then I don't know where they ended up. So they stayed on Parker's piece, which I feel bad about because the whole day I was fond of making sure that we weren't littering. So the amount of trips I took to the bins was unbelievable. I probably did longer in walking to the bin and to the rubbish than most people do in a London marathon. And
That's impressive.
yeah.
Good on you, mate.
And then when I left at, like I said, about 12:30, started walking home, rang you as I was walking home thinking, yeah, I'll just go to Abs's, and you were asleep. So I had to, and there was a lot of the travelling community out.
Was there?
Yeah, because they missed out on Midsummer Common. It was the same weekend. And for whatever reason, there's a massive police presence, and it worried me a bit, the amount of police about. Not that I was doing anything illegal.
Of course
whatsoever.
not. Of course not.
Not that I had anything illegal in my possession. But it worried me, so I had to get my sister to pick me up.
Well, bless you. You know what? Sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry, mate. And you know what? That walk home could have been treacherous. It could have been dangerous. So you probably did yourself a favour.
That is true. You probably did.
It was good though, and
as long as
you boys were there at half 12 in the evening.
As I say, we did pop in to see you. We actually spent a lot longer with you than we probably should have because we ended up being late to his own birthday party, which still makes me laugh how we even managed to do that. I'm just going to pinch your whistle for a second. So it was actually quite funny. We ended up being a little bit late to his own birthday, but we had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. We got to see you, and you know, like I said earlier, before this lockdown stuff, we hadn't seen each other in a little while, so it was nice just to see each other all over again and you know catch up. And yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, good.
Right, so we're going to wrap it up there because we're an hour in.
Fucking hell, how have you managed that?
Again, thank you very much for listening.
Cheers,
a 5-star review would be appreciated.
Or pawn all of your stuff and give us the money. It's up to you. 5-star review and a share, or give us everything you own. Your choice.
Your choice.
Cheers,
Lovely.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.